Wahnsinn! Hey, ich bin der Jürgen aus Eberswalde. Und wer bist du?
Ich bin Herr Lehmann. Kannst mich aber trotzdem duzen.
Hallo, Herr Lehmann. Ah, hallo.
Hallo, Herr Lehmann.
As one of the main organizers of this event. First of all, I would like to say thank you for coming to Dresden. We have followed this challenge for more than 3 months now, and I can say that it was one of the best we've seen so far. We've put a lot of energy, a lot of input into your projects, and we've seen some really great outputs. So I'm really excited to see what we're about to present. We will see today six teams and the results of a process which has started with an initial sort of coming together of the company and the students, which is like a really crucial first encounter, because you will have to understand what the company is doing, what the products are about, how they deliver their services. So it's really important for you as students to understand this. For the company side, I think it's also really challenging to keep everyone on board over the period of 3 months, and to have sort of a clear steering of the whole crew. Not all of you have made it, but I think more than half of the teams have finished. So it is one of the great sort of results of this online marketing challenge, that each of you comes to a solution. Each company gets a clear recommendation of how they can act in the future, how they can develop their online marketing strategy for foreign markets, but also for here. And the students take away the experience. You will have seen what a Saxon company looks like from the inside. So an important experience. And maybe some might stay here after their studies, and I think it's a useful insight you get here. So thank you once again. I think Gunnar will take over now. He will guide you through the whole afternoon, and see you later.
So, hello. I'm happy that we can get together here in this great place. I've never been here. It's a pretty cool corner. I think it's something different to present in a setting like that. First of all, I would like, especially the students, I would like to thank you guys that you participated, that you took the time, because I know it's an extra, apart from the courses that you have to take in the university as well. So I'm grateful that you took the time, but at the same time I hope there are some outputs related to this as well. And I would like you, the students that know us, I would like you to give a big applause to Gundula, because she's always managing everything. So now it's your turn. To get everything on track, keep the communication with the companies and with you guys. So it's been also quite challenging for us from time to time, but the teams that we have least contact to are mostly the best teams, because they did everything basically on their own. So that was also a great experience. Okay, what are we going to do today? So now we have roughly 1 hour, 1.5 hours for all presentations. It's going to be the 6 teams that, in the end, made a campaign. I would suggest that we all have a maximum time of presentation of 10 minutes, so roughly 8 minutes presentation time, and then we have 1 to 3 minutes of questions and feedback, if you like. And then we see all 6 teams, and after that, because it's not yet decided who's going to win, we have some favorites, but we are not 100% sure yet. So that's why we decided to let you present first, and then we're going to form a tiny little jury which will consist of Ronny and Julius and Ms. Rodius from Saxonian Ministry of Economic and Labor. Okay, correct. And Gundula and me, and the 5 of us, we will then decide who's going to be the winner. But the winners somehow is everybody who finishes the Online Marketing Challenge, of course. Yeah, and I hope we have a nice drink together, or coffee, or whatever you like, and sit together and have a chat with the companies afterwards. And I'm also happy that if we finish, after we finish everything, that we get into discussion with the companies that gave us the projects to see what their judgment in the end is, or how this developed or advanced their program, and what we could improve in the end, because we are planning to do this next year as well. Probably the size of the Online Marketing Challenge will remain the same, of roughly 8 to 10, maybe 12 companies. I doubt that we can handle much more, but we'll see about that. Okay, just maybe a few words why we do this for the people who are not our own students. I know majority is in front of us that knows us very well. We are based in Leipzig, University of Leipzig, and our program is called seit, Small Enterprise Promotion and Training. And we have every year around about 60 international students in Leipzig and in Vietnam. And we are always keen on combining the resources that we have with our international students with the demand of Saxonian companies to internationalize their business. So whenever we have the chance to get the experience, the international experience, the language experience of our students, if we can combine this with companies and what they expect of their future employees, that's something that we are looking forward to. And maybe, hopefully, one day we can even create a job opportunity where one of the companies that did the challenge with us, maybe 1 or 2 years, gives a job to one of those international students. That would be cool if that happens. We do more than just the Online Marketing Challenge. We, for example, also provide export management trainings, and this we do in Germany and also in Vietnam or in the Philippines. And we accompany many Saxonian companies, or from outside of Saxonia as well, to do or to come up with their internationalization strategies and how to enter foreign markets. But today, let's focus on the Online Marketing Challenge, and I'm going to open my little paper to see who's going to be the first one to present. I would like to ask, if that's no problem for you guys, to see the Ulysses group first. And Ulysses would be Daurenbeck, Yusum, and Angela, correct? Okay, first team, first 10 minutes, the floor is yours.
Okay. Good afternoon. We were working for Ulysses. I don't know if everybody knows what is Ulysses. So Ulysses, like for summarize, is an app that for professional writers or also students, very specific is for writing and a specific app for Mac devices, not Android devices. So what we are gonna show you first, you make 3 things. That is the research phase. Then we make like an implementation phase, and then we are gonna see like the results.
Yeah, as Angela explained that Ulysses is a professional writing tools for iOS, for Apple devices. And Ulysses provide very simple but very featured design for your concentration when you write, and also a seamless synchronization between the Apple devices, and at the same time highly effective management tool. So we studied first at the beginning of our meeting. We studied about company's history and values when you talk with the Ulysses team. And depends on that, we studied about product and the features. and then the customers' marketing strategies. Then the current market position, especially targeting Russian and the Spanish-speaking countries and Korean, and then competitors in the iOS-based market. So what is our research findings? First, our main customer is professional writers, at the same time students. But most of the professional writers focus on features, the student focus on design. The second, the business model is value-driven. It means they are more focused on performance than the price. The third one is the South Korean Russian, because of Ulysses, we changed the subscription system, so a little bit losing position, and especially South Korea, we are very influenced by review, and there is no any other marketing before, so we just saw the Ulysses about in the reviews in the iOS, so there was one of a losing point. And at the same time, in the Spanish-speaking countries, it's Colombia, Mexico, and Spain, there is no awareness about the Ulysses.
So for the campaign phase, so we made like a strategy design. Our main goal was to increase the awareness in the Spanish-speaking countries. What Spanish-speaking countries we're running for Spain, Mexico, Colombia, and Chile in the first. And also reintroduce in the Russian and the Korean market. That was our main goal. But what was the key factors? First of all, understanding the locals, their mindset, and the preferences. So what we decided, that I'm going to show you, is shows what is the local networking that the people use, for example, in Korea, what is they use it in Russia, what they use like Colombia, Latin. Using local channels of communications and their languages, so taking advantage that we speak different languages. She speaks Korean, they speak Russian, I speak Spanish. So we did the post in these three languages. Developing or adapting the content accordingly, of course, so never losing how is Ulysses and showing exactly what the product is. And running multiple campaigns and continue the optimization. So we run like a first part that we call in a kind of research and simulation. And with the results of this, we run it again, but improve it and target and narrowing like the main group that we wanna reach. So what was the local channels that we use? So for Latin America and Spain, we use Facebook. Ulysses already has a web page in Facebook, so we use it for the Spanish market. For the Russian market, we use it like the kind of Facebook, but in Russia, that is BK. And in the Korean market, we use Neighbor, and also we try to do an approach for someone for using YouTube, because the people also YouTube, like she explained us, is like they look a lot of reviews and they look videos, they how to use the apps. So for localized content, so this is like for showing a little bit how was the images, and we try to focus first in making awareness, to create like, okay, the people ask what it could be this, so make an first awareness, and then when we see which kind of people saw these images, we focus a little more and try to show like what is Ulysses, and also for the agent that we could see for the Latin market, we try to focus that Ulysses has a discount for students, and in the second part of the Spanish market. In the Russian market, so we also have these two types of images. We try to be like a professional writers, and these for students. So what we couldn't see in the result is like here, it wasn't had too much impact, but this image that was like more human, it was like with a better impact. So in the second like part of the running, we changed it for an image, focus also for professional writers, but with an image that show a person. And for this is Neighbor, that what we did is like a kind of blog, and we use the system of advertisement for the people can like know about the blog. And here, like with this is for YouTube, that we made the approaches with a person. We couldn't like achieve like the person can do the review, but we made the first approach for a person after could do the review of the product in YouTube and then enter in the Korean market, because this person also made the approach for one of the competitors in Korea. the results.
Now, let's see actually what we achieved. So as you remember, our main goal was just awareness. Allowed it.
Yeah.
So our main goal was awareness, and this is actually the numbers we've got. This is from Monday. So this for the Spanish market, I was at 3 countries. So first, app units. This is new app units. Basically, it's the product that we actually took and downloaded. Then we also got the purchases. So basically, people who actually pay for the services, and also the sales. So basically, we increased the app units almost 245%. The revenue 151%, and the sales at 67%. We didn't took away the number, but what does this tell us? First of all, we got almost like 3,000 users, and usually their rate of conversion is 50%. So 50% of these people are supposed to go and become paying clients. Second is, right now we already have like 36 people that are already paying. But at the same time, you should understand one thing, that you have like a trial period of 2 weeks. So for example, the thing that we started here, the effect came only here. So this one like the one for basically for 2 weeks. And by statistics for this region, 75% are going to stay. So once we count, return on investment is going to play a role. Let's keep this in mind. And this is for the Russian markets. Also, the numbers are quite good. 3 times, almost 2 times, and 100% increase in sales. So the conversion rate 42, and the number of users is 50, and almost 90% of them stay. Okay, and now I'm going to make it very simple. So, what is because marketing is investment. Because we got the money, like the budget 500. So let's see what we actually could have done, what we actually did with it, and its potential, what could happen. So the first approach is the conservative approach. So we took only the number of clients that we already have right now, and we multiplied it by the yearly subscription, and made like some adjustments with the rate of people that they stayed, and we calculated that this is a fact, that the return on investment is already 6 times almost for the Russian market. And for the Spanish speaking, it's 8.6. So the 200 euros that we spent here and here already gave us a return of almost 6 times and a return of 8.6. But now we'll show about the potential. So this is the conservative one, and this is the potential one. Because as I said, the app users that they came were like in Spanish market like 3,000, in the Russian 1.7, 50%, and 78%, they're going to switch to paying users. If we count them, and if we count at least for 1 year's subscription, the return on investment could be for the Russian market 87 times, and for the Spanish market 155 times. This isn't percent, this is times. Okay, and what's the key takeaway from all this experience? The first thing is to really go global, you have to go local. So that's why we use the local channels, we use the local approach and mentality. Second, marketing campaign is a process. It's not an event. You have to continuously improve, flow, and tweak the time of the process. Third, don't let the setbacks set you back. We had the setbacks technical with the Russian market, the green market. We actually have had many things that set us back, but we kept on going. And last but not least, small budgets can make a difference. And I think we're almost out of time. Thank you for our company, IOSax. They gave us a great support. Everything we wanted, they couldn't ask for a better team, for a better company. And thank you for Fit4Export for making this happen. So, any questions?
First of all, Bennett for a first start. If you're ready, please, Juliana and Nicole for Etage 8.
So our company, the company name is Etage 8, but they have different product lines. This is the design company, and this product line name is More. They do design for furniture. Just to mention, we were to focus that to mention that this company was once awarded in 2016 as a design company in Leipzig. So this is to show you the products that they design. This picture actually wants to combine the a daily usage for these products, and as it says in German, because they advertise in German, das ist aktiv Gruppe für ein aktives Leben, and it just happens to be a product that really matches furniture within the house, and at the same time it's useful for people with different needs.
So the normal principle is, I'll go back to this picture to have it show. They have a very unique idea because they have a table, and as you see, maybe here's a hand around, so you can hold on this table. Yeah, and as you see on the chair, these chairs are very stable, so you can't fall with these chairs. You can do trainings on this if you want to. It will never fall. So these are mermaids that are, or furniture that are created for people, for elder people, for people who want to learn how to, very young ones who want to learn how to walk, or maybe for people who are disabled and have special needs. So the Momo principle is live better. They say they create furniture that gives you strong support, therefore make you a self-determined life possible for everyone. And the furniture that is like a daily attendant that encourages everyone to be independent and active. These are the features which we have chosen for our campaign to underline the Momo principle. So as you can see here, you have these little children which use this handle to stand on it, or here this little one. So even for elder people or people which are not that fit anymore, it is a helpful tool in normal. And here you see a person in a wheelchair. These people have the possibility to roll to the table and so on. So this is the idea behind these furnitures.
So based on these pictures that the company provides us, we match them with the concept that they advertise in the website, which is halt and sits. Mainly, we focus mainly on the table, the product which is the table, and so we took the halt as the important word for every sentence that we built for the company, for the campaign. And to mention that the channels that we used to do the campaign was Facebook and Instagram. They currently have some limitations to generate sales because they have a small area to deliver the product. Then they sell around Leipzig, 200 kilometers.
In a radius of around 200 kilometers that they can deliver. Otherwise, it is too expensive at the moment for them because the table has to be delivered in a whole piece. It cannot be
assembled at home.
Demoed. Yeah.
So that's quite a limitation. Then there is it has clear design guideline. Then it has the online purchase is not possible because it's not really easy to be done. So you have to download a formula in the web page, so it's quite complicated compared to other purchases. they don't have currently B2C customers, and they have very few related. They are not that related with other internet sites, so you cannot easily find them. Then the results of this of our job was that they were not. They don't have website metrics. So due to programming limitations, that's what they told us. So it's hard. It was difficult for us to measure how many people was reaching to their website and how many people was able to finally see their products through the website. So we couldn't see that. And the payment method to run the campaign was at the end was not agreed, let's say. There was kind of a misunderstanding also, but yeah, that was a limitation, so we prepared everything, but unfortunately we couldn't run the campaign at the end, even though I have to say that they liked it, they really liked our idea, our proposal, but yeah, it wasn't run at the end.
Yeah. Okay, so what we then thought is, okay, we have these limitations, but we want to make it campaign. So we have to focus on something, and we focus on a specific target group, and because of this location, so delivery, we said that if we run the campaign, it should be more localized. We focus on first two languages, German and English, a little mixture, to have all these younger ones with us, because older ones, okay, are more likely with German, but the only word we use in the campaign, you will see, is think, and this is a word which is very long translated. Then we focus on an area of this 200 kilometers delivery runs. So we said we have the possibility to make promotion in the Czech Republic, in Poland, and in Germany as well. This is the only place where it is possible to get such a table. And so we search for a selection of photos that communicates the message of Momo, and therefore we decided to take the HALT product, so only the table, because the photos concerning HALT were more expressive than concerning the chair. We thought about using one which is underlined to match the product benefits, and because we had these minimalistic photos, so we try to combine minimalistic photos with a few words to express. Due to the limitations, we said it is not possible to make a sales campaign, because when the customer comes on the website, it is not really possible to say, okay, I want HALT, and I can click on it now and maybe only search for the color or something like that. No, it's a process. You have to talk to them and so on. So we said, oh no, it's not good to make sales with this campaign. We try to only make an awareness campaign, click on your page and display some interest. Okay, first interest in the product. Yeah. And this is how the campaign could look in the end. So here we have this first, the brauchst du HALT. This is an introduction question, and then we have this one and the second.
So we just wanted to use one word on the mentioning the benefits of the product, considering that their pictures are very neat. They hardly have different stuff around the picture. They just really wanted to focus on the product. So we decided to use the think more phrase and one adjective that would say the whole message of the product itself. So these are the apps that we prepared.
So, and this is the site to which which the customers are linked. So you'll see you have you have this halt page. So this is the page for the table. When you scroll down, you get a lot of product information and the other pictures. But as we told you, there's no real possibility to get it. This is the last one of our campaign, and this is related to the main page of the moment. So here you're related to the moment. Yeah, thank you. So.
Hello everyone. As you can see, I have actually wore this shirt just for the template. So I'm going to present today my short summary of my project with Dorothy Rofat Cosmetics. So let's begin. A little bit about myself. I would like to introduce myself. I am Ankit Kaur, like the rest of the students. I'm also studying SEPT MBA from University of Leipzig. I think that's the information that's relevant for now. Let's move. So before we begin, I want you to understand this code because it gave us an inspiration for this project. So the code says that a brand is no longer what we tell the consumer it is what consumers tell each other. So it's a famous quote by Scott Cook, and he's like one of the board directors in eBay and P&G. So let's move forward. As you can see, this is the table of contents, like the agenda for today. It's pretty straightforward. You can read it. So, something about Dorothy Rofat Cosmetics. So, Dorothy Rofat Cosmetics is a makeup brand that combines. It's a makeup brand that combines professional, luxury, and environment-friendly makeup products. It's a brand started by Dorothy Rofat herself. And they have been running in Dresden from last 7 months. They're pretty new, but they're doing an amazing job. And one of the unique selling points of their brand is that they use like bamboo to do all the packaging for their makeup products. So bamboo is like one of the fastest growing plant on earth, and it's recyclable. And another important thing is that all the products in their brand are paraben free, and they are not tested on animals. I was actually surprised in the initial phase of the project that these like big brands in makeup industry, I don't want to name them, but like most of the women use, they are actually tested on animals and then it's pushed to the consumer market. I was really shocked. It actually gives you a thought to reflect on your consumer behavior. So moving on. Yes, Dorothy was pretty clear about her objective for this campaign. She wanted to increase the brand awareness for her physical store in Dresden. It's a little different from most of the projects in this challenge, which are actually marketing online stores or apps. But she wanted people to come to her store and experience the products that she's making them available for them. So we developed a marketing strategy, basically. We decided to divide the marketing campaign into 3 components. We said engage, reward, and retain is our main strategy. To engage, we wanted to do something to attract these potential customers to come, let them see the products and come to the shop. And then reward them with some goodies or merchandise from the brand itself. And to retain them, like we were confident about retaining them because there's like exceptional customer service. And there are DRC professionals that provide you makeup consultation for free. So, in this strategy, reward and retain, we were really sure about it, we were confident about it, but the engaging part needed an online push. So we designed our strategy around engage part, and we decided to run a competition called Flash Your Makeup Challenge. So it's a pretty interesting challenge. So we decided like all the women participating in this challenge will go through a professional facial makeover, like for free by DRC professionals. Like these are good. Like Dorothy herself was there to do that makeover, and this we ran in like we did an online marketing about this. We reached to about 10,000, more than 10,000 people in around Dresden, Leipzig, Chemnitz, and also some parts of Halle. And we got like 71 responses, and these were mostly women. So some more deep insights on the demographics. We were able to, as you can see here, the 92% women that responded to this event were falling in the age category of 18 to 44 years, which is like which helped us to understand the market segment for future campaigns. Also, here you can see the total outreach. We were able to reach to 10,000 people. The little push that you're seeing here is money. It's we ran the event for 2 days without any paid promotion, and that's this from 21st June to 23rd June is organic, and then once we boosted the promotion with money, it spiked. And these are some pictures from the event. As you can see, around out of the 71 responses that we got, 20 women actually came and they went through this challenge. As you can see them, and we decided the winner, Mayumi, and she's right there, sitting there. Hi, Mayumi. And to conclude, yes, okay, to conclude. So basically, the first important point was that we increased the customer footfall to the physical store, which was really important because these makeup products you cannot sell online. You want the customer to see them, to feel them, and it should be tangible. And we spent around 137 euros for the paid promotion and everything to improve the event. We got a lot of positive response from new customers that checked the product during the event. We were able to reach out to around 10,000 people in and around Dresden, which we consider as a very huge number in the makeup industry, especially in a place like Dresden. So we were able to segment the customers in different age groups. Like we now know that 18 to 44-year-old women want these products, and now we can develop better strategies in the future to implement them. And the best part, she got an offer to open a store in Netherlands. So that's like most of it. Yes, it's a amazing project. I'm really happy what she's doing with this brand, and I mean the effort that she puts in day in, day out, I mean it's amazing. I applaud you for that. And moving forward, I would like to end this special quote that she always follows, is that the beauty of tomorrow is in the eternal need of our nature. I would like you all to reflect on this quote and just try to improve your consumer behavior. Thanks so much.
We are the team of Mr. Flynn product. The Mr. Flynn product is what you can see here. Okay, we are Nicola, Hamza, and me. And the product is this green product you can see here. So it's a holder that you can use for many daily uses. Yeah. Currently, Mr. Flynn has focused its sales in the real market. They haven't had never an online campaign, so it was the first time they got into. I mean, they had a Facebook web page, but they didn't do online paying campaigns. So it was the first time they got one.
Okay, thank you. So. The online marketing challenge gave us the chance to work with Mr. Flynn to try to make marketing to the GNUble, to this product. And we had two main goals. First goal was to increase the brand awareness of this product. So we tried to make most people, as much as we can, make them know that this product exists in the market and there is something called Google and we can use it to solve different problems in different fields. Of course, like elderly care, outdoor, people who like to backpack and go out. Also for mothers to carry out things. It's like the third hand of everyone. And also we tried to increase the traffic on their website. So there were like two main goals. First thing is the brand awareness, and it was more practical, trying to lead people to go to the website and then try to find more about this product and understand it. So how to make this goal real? We need to make this structure. So first, we had to select a convenient channel, maybe Facebook, Google, or YouTube, depends. So we discussed and we found that Facebook may be the best because it's like a push marketing. So because people will not look for Google on Google or something. So the best way is to push the product to them, and because it's not known. And so we tried also to find the best audience and the best content to show to this audience. And of course was the elderly care, so in German, Altenpflegebereich was the best or the most convenient field or target audience to target. Of course, then we had to create a content on Facebook and try to launch it. And at the end, we had to scale the best performance. Because as you will see in the next slides, we targeted 3 different targets and we tried to test each target with small amounts. And then we need to analyze the performance of every campaign and then to compare them. So we can use the rest of the budget on the best performing audience. So this was the schema of our targeting. So we started with a small amount on the German market and also on the Scandinavian market. We tried reach at the beginning. So reach campaign, trying on elderly care, professionals, outdoor, general targeting also. It helps us to check maybe there are other targets that we don't know, so we target the general market. Also, aged people more than 50 years. And also, we did the same on Scandinavia, but with, of course, with less scale because you know it's a small market than Germany. So then we took away the less performant targets, and we just tried to scale the best performing ones, or promotion ones, which was elderly care professionals. We did actually in two campaigns. The first was the reach campaign, so it was only a copy of this, and the new campaign was the targeting campaign. So it's a traffic campaign, sorry. So we tried to keep this campaign, which was the best performing of all of us. And also, we duplicated the campaign and we used traffic. And as you see, the traffic was the best. So we had to scale it again and again and again. So we used like 80% of the budget on the traffic campaign on elderly care professionals because they were quite interested in this product. Also, we tried to use the same targeting here, but using the traffic this time, not the reach. And it was also good, but comparing to elderly professionals, this one was our star. So, of course, in Scandinavia, the results was good, but comparing to Germany, I think the German market is more promising for GNU. So, with the results, we have Valeria. She will continue.
So, as we had two main goals at the beginning, we're going to present the results of the awareness. Like Mr. Flynn wanted to have like the people aware that the product exists. So we got these results for all the campaigns. it was shown, like it was on the screen of the people 122,000 times, but actually, like really high number, the 99,000 people watched the ad, and we got 5,000 clicks on our ads, who were leading the people to the web page. That was the audience interaction as answering the first main goal of awareness. And we choose also the best campaign we got. It was a traffic campaign, and we got a cost per click of 7 cents, which is actually really good. It was really cheap, the campaign, and we got 4,300 clicks on the ad, and we got a CTR of 10%. So 10% of the people which watched the ad click on the ad. So that's really good. Actually, we look for the average of a massive product is 0.9%. This KPI, and we got 10%. So that means that people were really interested in knowing what the product was about, and the click they did were leading them to the online shop. Yeah, those are like the highlights of our results. Here we wanted to present like the use that you can have for the product. The main segment we focused on was the elderly care. It is for people, for example, who cannot hold to open one bottle, so they can use the product to help them to like open it.
Or to write also. They can write using it. Who cannot handle a pen normally, he can use it to write, and it works.
It works, and also for the walking stick, so people cannot don't need other person to help them to wake up, but they can stick their sticks next to them. Yeah, thanks for the help into the company, because they were always like really helping us by our side. I think we got really good results, and we learned much.
Yeah.
Everyone, I'm so happy to be here today. My name is Sinat, and I'm from Cambodia, and I'm studying on SAP program as well. His mother.
Yeah, hi everybody. I'm Marga. I'm from Iran originally, and I lived and studied and worked for 7 years in China, and I almost finished my MBA in SAP, University of Leipzig.
And hello also everybody from me. I'm Iga from Indonesia. I also studied SAP, and we almost finished. I almost finished, and then I also studied in the same university with her in China, but I lived only for 4 years, and then I come to Germany. So yeah, today we're gonna talk about our presentation for CMATE. Our David is here, and then yeah, we will talk about the potential campaign that we can run, or CMATE can run for the company.
So we would like to give an overview of the CMATE. So CMATE is working under the manufacturing of OIT dashboard detected, which is founded in 2012 in Dresden. And the aim of CMATE is to provide or make the industry plan and process more efficient and smarter. So maybe you're wondering, what is CMATE providing? The product of CMATE is called Detect, that it's kind of an diagnosis app that collects all the information in the industry plan and process, and provide analysis of the process, and giving a benefit that can provide almost a faulty analysis of the process, and also provides a process in the process plan more stability and controllability, and also reduction of the downtime and waste.
Yeah.
So in this part, like for the campaign for CMATE, we were thinking to run between Paitu and Weibo as a platform, because Paitu is like It's like first sorry, Weibo, because Weibo is like a Twitter for us. But because China, they block almost all of the social media, that's why they go to Weibo. But a lot of Chinese users, they're using Weibo, and you can see the statistic, the numbers that people from this million of people of China using the Weibo. And then why we are considering to use this one also, because a lot of Chinese people, they write everything there, they follow their favorite actors or influencer through Weibo. And then for Baidu itself, it's like Google, as I said earlier. So everybody, all people in China, including us, when we were in China, we look everything through Baidu because we cannot access Google unless we use VPN. So in this Baidu, you can see also the search engine, the amount, like you can see from 2018 to 2009, it's so high. And then
so the marketing material that we recommend to CMET is to have a poster that contains all the detail about the service and product and how it works and how it helps to the customer to solve the problem. And it should be in English so that we can translate into Chinese. And we also want to add on that because of the complexity of the products and the market, China market, so we are still going on with this project even after the events to try to have marketing campaigns that can maximize the campaign that can reach to the China market with less spending.
Okay, in case if you're lost until now, while we are working on China market, because it was the request of the companies, we made once specifically to only target the Chinese market. That is why we decided to just choose the platforms which is working in China. And yeah, we came up with Baidu or Weibo, as my colleagues must explain. And then because we couldn't manage to have the marketing materials to really start the campaign, which hopefully we are going to do it afterwards, but we just calculated the cost to see how much does it cost for advertising in these two platforms in China. Weibo, which is somehow like a Twitter in China for Chinese people, it will cost, if you want to just target the followers, it will cost you 1.97 USD per follower, or 2.94 USD if you are just targeting the followers by their interest. And Baidu. And Baidu instead, it's quite expensive because, okay, it's China, people have money, so they don't care. And you have to deposit like 2,000 USD from the beginning, and then it's going to get deducted per click. It depends how many clicks it gets or so on. And yeah, so these are the two platforms that we decided to work on it. There is another platform in China existing which is named WeChat, but then it needs some certificate in Chinese and so on. So we guess for CMET as an international or a foreign company, it's easier to work either with Baidu or Weibo because they don't need Chinese ID or whatever.
And also for Weibo, they have the app itself in English, and you can also easily translate all the contents that even what Chinese people post. So it's really foreign friendly actually. They really create this Weibo to let the foreigners or the international people to do the marketing easier for their market.
Yeah, and yeah, so the customers that we wanted to target for CMET, based on what they wanted to target, is that the factory owners, for sure, because they might be interested in this service that CMET is providing, or the engineers or the head of the engineers for the project managers, management in some factories or companies in China. Yeah, so
in the conclusion, actually we try to take Weibo over Baidu because it's more cheaper and with a similar result. And it's also a good option for CMA to start with Chinese market.
Yeah, and on Weibo you can use all type of marketing materials like video. The platform is exactly same as Facebook or Google. It's just in Chinese, or you can have the English version as well. So you can target the people based on their interest, age, and their jobs and everything. It's just same as Facebook or Google. And so yeah, some of the recommendation for CMA that we have is just some marketing materials in any format, video, picture, poster, whatever. And there are different ways of advertising on Weibo, and the fan tunnels is the one that we are suggesting CMA to do because it's the best for the new companies to introduce themselves in China market. And yeah, it's afterwards, because the company was wondering how they can move forward if they have a customer or an interested person from China. Yeah, China is a competitive market, so it's not very, it's...
We should, like, if Chinese people like to rush competitive, then we should maybe double or triple.
Yeah, you have to be patient.
Yeah. And also, like, maybe for the first campaign, like, we would like to recommend, like, at the beginning, we just need like 20 or 30% to introduce about your company, and the rest you just really need a high engagement, like interactive with the people, because Chinese people, they just see once and then they prefer to like interact more and or keep in touch with you. So you should really like be active and online most of the time. So it's really necessary to have someone that could really manage and then organize.
Yeah, this case often.
Yeah. Like living there in Weibo.
谢谢大家。
谢谢。